Hey, it's Jess from Stark Skincare, and welcome once again to the Stark Creation Lab. We are sitting on the comfy couch, and I am going to talk today a little bit about why we recently changed our products and our branding. So why did the look change? Well, the look changed simply because we had the same look since 2011, and when I dropped wholesale, meaning that I no longer sell to outside retailers, it actually gave me a lot more flexibility with my brand. But what I found with all of the colors and different design elements in the original branding was that it was hard to imagine what a new product would look like because each product had two colors, a shape, and a line drawing, and then it was all sort of centered around the acronyms that we use. So like grapefruit was called GF, and then everything would be kind of centered around that. And that sounds like a small detail, but it actually did make design to be difficult for every separate product. And then what I found is that as the line grew, it was just too many colors and shapes and things going on. But I did love sort of what we had going on, which is why we chose to keep some of the design elements the same with the new branding. So we kept some of the base colors as well as the line drawings, which I just love. So the look changed, of course, just for aesthetic reasons. We just had the same look for 5 years. It was just too much going on. And also because I feel that Stark has evolved and is a little bit more mature in some ways. And I just wanted that more streamlined look and just a more simple look because Stark does mean simplicity and purity, and I felt that the old lineup, the more that it grew, the less that it was reflecting that idea. And why did we reformulate? Well, we had the same formulations for most of our products for 5 years or however long the product existed for. And I felt because of the way that the labels were designed that I was kind of stuck with these formulas. So, not that I want to be changing formulas all the time because I think that I do create good formulas and I want to keep consistency. Obviously that's really important, but I also do listen to my customers and I do need to be able to be a little bit more reflexive and flexible. So if I miss the mark with something and my customers are consistently giving me that feedback, then I need to be able to tweak my formulas. And the labels are one of the most expensive elements to the outside packaging because of the quality and the way that they're printed. So the ingredients are no longer on the labels, and instead you get a little ingredient card. So those cards I can get printed batch per batch, which is nice. And of course we reformulated our originals simply because I've become a better formulator over the years. There's new products available. By products I mean like raw ingredients. Stuff is really changing in the raw ingredient world. There's just a lot more available. Prices have changed, the trends have changed. It is so bright in here. It's a good problem to have, but woo! The sun's right in my face. And I wanted to, every product that I'm re-releasing, I kept the soul of the product the same, but just tweaked it so that it was more of what it already was. So for example, Midnight regenerating oil used to be Neroli Midnight Oil. So it still has the same essential oils, so it still smells very similar, but some of the base oils have changed so that it's a better anti-aging treatment oil. But also some of the like highlighting oils have also changed. So some of the more active, very precious oils have changed. And I just chose the oils, like I said, to reflect what the product already was, but just more. So I'm being a little bit more bold with my choices and also using very precious ingredients that beforehand I maybe hesitated to use because I had to make sure that over the long term, like over the years and years and years, and over batches and batches and batches, that I could consistently always use the same products. But the way it is now, if for whatever reason sea buckthorn were to become obsolete or just impossible to source, and I really hope that never happens. Oh, I'm just gonna shift over, I'm like roasting. Then I could do that. I could replace sea buckthorn with something else and, you know, hope for the best. So how do we choose new ingredients? Well, it's an art and a science. So I'm always keeping up to date on what products are available in the market, what's new, what's exciting, what has recently been researched. And I always choose something that isn't totally overpriced. Like there are some oils that just don't excite me that are very, very expensive, such as prickly pear seed oil. There's a lot of really great precious oils out there, but in my opinion, they are expensive because they're very hard to source. So you have to think about the sustainability of that kind of oil. And that just doesn't really excite me because there are a lot of oils out there that are just as good, but they're just a little bit more common. For example, broccoli seed oil. I love broccoli seed oil, and it's broccoli. So it doesn't have to be something from, you know, the Amazon, something that's like completely rare and basically extinct. And I don't even want to think about how a lot of these oils are harvested, but it's just some food for thought. So how I choose the ingredients is based on the availability, based on, of course, the lipid profile. So what the acids are like in the oils. Anyways, so that could be a whole video on its own. And then I always become very familiar with that particular oil or ingredient, so I'll use it alone on myself. I'll play with it for a long time. I will get different people to test it out to see what it feels like to them, what they think about the smell, what they think about the feel, what they think about the effect. I research every single ingredient, and I only use things that excite me, that I just feel a connection with and that I am excited to work with. So that's basically how I choose an ingredient. So it is an art and a science. And so what is next with the new brand is lots of new products with this new look, with this new flexibility that I've kind of built into the new branding. It's much easier for me to play with ingredients and to formulate and to release new products. So I actually have 7 new products lined up, which is crazy. Some of them are going to be re-releases, such as Everlasting Calm and Smooth Infusion. It's coming back for the early summer 2017. And there is a new facial mist, which is a reformulation of White Willow Bark, but it's pretty different. So I'm really excited about it. Do you want to smell? It smells so good. Right? Doesn't that smell great? Oh, you can't smell it. That'll be next year's technology, I hope. That'd be awesome. So that's the new WB, which has a completely different name. It's a name I totally went out on a limb when I chose it, so I'll reveal that in the next few months. And that's basically it. So we are moving forward with creating really high quality, exciting, all natural, of course, vegan skincare products formulated specifically to counteract the environmental stresses, specifically for cities. So but I mean, even if you don't live in the city, you're still getting the effects of pollution and climate change on your skin. So that is what we are addressing. And that's what we're continuing to offer. And we're doing it now at a better price that we were able to do it at before. So don't let our kind of middle of the road prices fool you. This is super sexy value. All right, so let me know if you have any questions about the rebrand. I hope I kind of touched on some points that are maybe slightly interesting or not. I don't know. All right, so talk to you soon. Bye-bye.